Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and it looks like the debasement trade is actually gold. It's hit another record for $4,265, but all I'm hearing the Bitcoiners talk about is how that's the debasement trade. I don't think I played you this clip from Brad Garlinghouse, but this is him talking about that Fed master account. Caitlin Long was there. I'm sure that she cringed while she listened to this.
One of the things I would ask everyone to do, both reporters and otherwise, is to hold traditional finance accountable for, yes, I agree, the crypto industry should be held to the same standard around AML, KYC, OFAC compliance. Yes, yes, yes. And we should have the same access to infrastructure like a Fed master account. You can't say one and then combat the other. Like that's disingenuous, and it's hypocritical, and I think we all should call them out for being anti-competitive in that regard. So that's kind of one thought of just there should be a level playing field.
That level playing field again. Check this out. We're proud to announce Ripple is acquiring treasury management leader G Treasury. Fusion of Ripple's enterprise crypto solutions with G Treasury's 40-plus years of experience immediately opens multi-trillion-dollar corporate treasury market. This was like another $1 billion acquisition, folks. Vet highlights the interesting part. Unlock idle capital, tap into the multi-trillion-dollar global repo market via prime broker Hidden Road, earning more on short-term assets, move money instantly, enable real-time 24/7, 365 cross-border payments at competitive rates, building on Ripple's track record of modernizing global payments. $1 billion acquisition, folks. This is pretty obvious where this is going. Here's G Treasury. Look who they're running the treasury of: Subway, Steel, SSP, Rubik's, Jost, Quest Diagnostics. I did a blood test there not too long ago. Haynes Brands, Goodyear, American Airlines. Who else we have? Bearing Point, Church and Dwight. Those are the people that make baking soda, I guess. What is that? I don't know what that is. Canadian Tire, Woolworths. There's some big names in here. Trinet, Volvo. Who else do we have? Sulzer. That's a big deal, folks. So is this. China says it plans to work with the United States to find a solution on trade. I keep telling you, folks, the things that are holding the market back right now is the trade wars with China. Quote, trade wars with China. It's really just trade games, trade negotiations, which will end at some point, probably sooner rather than later. Also, the government shutdown, which will also end sooner rather than later. That's why I will be accumulating until then. Here's an interesting clip. They're talking about the reset.
Let me bring up a great exchange you had with Anthony Scaramucci on X. And I bring this up because I've heard this argument where he was saying that gold is rising due to demographics. What he says are rich old people that run institutions buying it. But it says as younger people age into senior position, it's going to cause a major allocation to Bitcoin. I loved your reply, and if you don't mind sharing with everyone, because people keep missing the point of central banks.
Yeah, no, I said, listen, I said in my reply, I was very respectful because I admire him. I said, listen, with all due respect, you're missing the entire point. What's driving the gold price are not investors. It's been central banks, and they're still driving the gold price. Yes, investors have recently tipped their toe in the water. They're coming in now, but they're not the driving factor. It's the central banks. We are in the middle of a change of the global monetary system. There is going to be a reset. I've been talking about this for years, well, on your show for years and years and years, that the reset is coming, and we're in the middle of it happening. It's happening in front of our eyes, and gold is playing a central role in that reset. And so the whole Bitcoin argument, again, you know I don't want to get into the whole Bitcoin thing. People get mad at me when I talk about Bitcoin, but the only thing, listen, buy Bitcoin is great. You can make money, get rich, but it's not gold. It doesn't behave like gold.
Bingo.
Bitcoin goes down, gold goes up. They're inverse in their correlation. Stop calling it digital gold.
The debasement trades gold, folks. Christine Lagarde knows.
This matter that you referred to, and whether reserves of central bank should or could include Bitcoins, I think there is a view around the table of the Governing Council, and most likely the General Council as well, that reserves have to be liquid, that reserves have to be secure, that they have to be safe, that they should not be plagued by the suspicion of money laundering or other
or an unknown Satoshi
criminal activities. And as a result, I'm confident that reserves will not enter, that Bitcoins will not enter the reserves of any of the central banks of the General Council.
They wouldn't do it without the transparency of Satoshi, folks, period.
A good conversation with my colleague from the Czech Republic, and I leave it to him to make whatever announcement he wants to make, but I'm confident that he's convinced, as we all are, of the necessity to have liquid, secure, and safe reserves.
There you go. Here's BlackRock on CNBC.
Well, I think we're going to continue to see tremendous momentum in digital asset ETFs. They're growing at a tremendous rate, and we're seeing a lot more accessibility to them through the approvals on certain financial platforms in the United States that open access to financial advisors to buy them.
There you go. Look at this. October 16th, Governor Barr delivered remarks on stablecoins. He was at the DC FinTech where Brad Garlinghouse was. And Michael Barr just happens to have been an advisor to one company called Ripple. That's part of why Caitlin Long's mad. I think she sees the writing on the wall. Check this out about the MXRP Axelar.
Today, Ethereum's DeFi ecosystem is beyond 100 billion in assets under management, and undoubtedly this would not have been the case without the rise of liquid stake tokens to support this growth and enable people to use their assets productively, while at the same time being able to earn yield on their tokens. MXRP aims to do the same thing for the XRPL DeFi ecosystem, allow users to earn yield while being able to use XRP productively in DeFi, and create the backbone of XRPL DeFi.
Again, I'm sitting back waiting and watching. I want to watch all this unfold for a while before I risk any of my XRP. Nothing against any of these companies. It's just like buying a new iPhone. I don't ever buy the new iPhone. I wait for them to get all the bugs out before I even think about it. And usually I'll buy the last model that's been through the ringer of all that. Polymarket users now predict a 95% chance the Fed will cut rates 25 basis points later this month, October 29th. We're on the 16th right now. Look at this from Bank XRP. USDT dominates, RLUSD and USDE accelerate. Look at this. Rising challengers, RLUSD up 164% adoption in Q3. I looked this morning or yesterday morning, XRP or RLUSD was up to 79, the highest I had seen it on CoinMarketCap. Steak and Shake, they have just released the Bitcoin Steak Burger to celebrate 5 months of accepting Bitcoin payments. I said it's fast food steak and shake. It should be an XRP steak burger. That would make a lot more sense. Then we've got this alert: public service announcement, issues reported with Typus Finance, a project building on Sui. Be careful out there. Urgent security announcements. Approximately 1 hour ago, our TLP contract was exploited via an Oracle vulnerability regarding a lack of authority checks. To protect all users, all type of smart contracts have been immediately paused. We're actively investigating emergency support. Now, I keep telling you why I'm hesitant to dive into XRP yield and these DeFi products. This right here is a good case in point. I am not a tech guy. I don't plan on ever understanding how the sauce is made with all this DeFi stuff. And for that reason, I'm waiting for these markets to mature a lot more, and I'm waiting for some of these platforms, hopefully like an iTrustCapital, where I have some of my XRP, hopefully because these guys have to go through and do due diligence with all of these different companies, whether it's a DeFi company or just a big hedge fund or whatever whoever they're working with, to look at all the various products that are offering yield and determine what the safest ways are, because there's reputational risk. There's all kinds of things that some of these huge platforms that have been around for a while, they have to weigh all these factors. Then they have to explain all of the risks to their clients and be very transparent about it. So this is what I'm kind of waiting on, and I think that's the reasonable approach. Okay, we're going to go in DAIXRP.com, and here's what I'm going to talk about. I believe Ripple's ties to Trump go a lot further back than just this current administration. I don't believe it, I know it. And I'm going to show you what I really think's going on, and what is going on, leading up to now. Go to DAIXRP.com. That's the Patreon to join the group, or you can join through YouTube. Click join below any of these videos, or you can hit subscribe on X. We do the full video, the extended video with no commercials. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.